Are you considering buying your dream home in 2023, but the interest rates have you a bit hesitant? The current mortgage rates are scaring many people away from buying a new house for the first time and turning off current homeowners from upgrading. But don't worry, in this video, I'm going to show you why you should still buy that home this year and how it could save you a ton of money in the long run. But before I give away all of my secrets, we should probably give that subscribe button a quick tap so that I can continue making all of these videos for you guys. Don't worry, you won't miss a thing. I mean, you may miss this super awesome intro that I'm dropping in right here, but nothing all too important. Let's get started. As of November 2022, rates for a 30-year fixed mortgage by the Federal Housing Administration have increased to about 6.84%. This means the closing costs when buying a home will be a lot higher now than they were a year ago. However, don't let these interest rates scare you if you're determined to buy a house. Just because 3% rates are a thing of the past doesn't mean you can't buy your dream home. In fact, interest rates are still much lower than they were in previous decades. And now is still a good time to buy a house if you're ready. Taking a mortgage loan with a high interest rate is not ideal, but it's still manageable. Getting a fixed rate mortgage instead of a variable rate mortgage may be a good idea so that you're not worried about interest rates going up in the future and making your payments more expensive. It's important to remember that even if mortgage rates go up, they're still relatively low in historical terms. The average 30-year mortgage interest rate in 1981 was 16.63%, while in 2000 it was 8.05%. Today's mortgage rates at 6% or even 7% may be high compared to a few years ago, but they're still relatively low historically. Still, if your monthly gross income can only afford a mortgage payment at 3%, it's best to wait until rates go down before buying a house. Alternately, you might want to pay a larger down payment to balance the higher interest cost or purchase a less expensive home to give yourself some wiggle room in your budget when it comes to your monthly payments. The difference between median monthly rents and median monthly mortgage payments in the United States has narrowed to barely $30, the smallest margin on record, making it difficult to decide whether to buy or to rent. One of the main things that you should consider is how much home you can afford. Your down payment, mortgage rate, homeowner's insurance, and mortgage insurance will largely dictate how much you'll pay for your property. Additionally, take a look at the housing market and see whether we're in a buyer or a seller's market. In the past few years, real estate demand has been high, making the market more lucrative for sellers and more expensive for buyers. A higher mortgage rate means you'll be paying more in interest over the life of your loan. The average 30-year mortgage rate increase may become a deal breaker for some. However, buying a house makes more sense if you're looking at a longer timeline. You'll build up equity in the home as you make your mortgage payments, which you don't get by making monthly rent payments. Even if you're earning a good income, it's important not to overstretch yourself when buying a house. To calculate how much house you can afford, start by looking at your income and your debt. You can use an online mortgage calculator to get an estimate of your monthly mortgage payment, which you can find on my website, which I'll link in the description below. Then you can look at the 28-36 rule and calculate your debt to income ratio to see how expensive of a house you can afford. The 28-36 rule is a guideline that lenders use to determine how much you can afford to spend on a house. This rule stipulates that your monthly mortgage payment, including taxes and insurance, should not exceed 28% of your gross income. The amount of debt you have divided by your monthly income is your debt to income ratio. Lenders use this to determine how much they will lend you for a mortgage. A high debt to income ratio means you might have a more challenging time making your monthly mortgage payments. According to the 28-36 rule, your debt should not be more than 36% of your gross monthly earnings. Add up all your other debts, such as credit card payments, car loans, student loans, etc., and make sure that that total is not more than 36% of your gross income. And after all that, if you're still set on buying a house, you should probably follow these 9 steps to make the process as smooth as possible. Step number 1, get a mortgage pre-approval. As a home buyer, get a mortgage pre-approval to have an idea of what interest rate you'll be paying based on your credit score. It will also show sellers that you're a serious buyer. A mortgage broker can help you through this process. And if you don't have a mortgage broker yet, your real estate agent can help you find one, which brings us to step 2, find a real estate agent. Finding a real estate agent is necessary to have a successful home buying experience. Real estate agents will be your guide throughout the entire home buying process and assist you in locating the ideal residence for you and your family. The good news is that the seller typically pays the real estate agent for their time and their effort. Number 3, go house hunting. This is the fun part. You'll get to start looking at houses and see which ones you like. Keep in mind your budget and what you're looking for in a home when you're house hunting. You can also consult your family members and your real estate agent for their opinion. Number 4, research neighborhoods. Your new neighborhood is just as important as your home. Look at schools, recreation, and shopping. Number 5, make an offer. Based on the market conditions and the valuation of the property, your real estate agent will assist you in creating a fair and a reasonable offer. You may need to make multiple offers if you're buying in a highly competitive market. So stick with it and you will eventually buy a house. Number 6, get a home inspection. A home inspection is a must before you decide to buy a house. This will help ensure that the home is in good condition and all the repairs are done. Plus, from a financial perspective, getting a home inspection can help you negotiate the purchase price. Number 7, get a home appraisal. A home appraisal is essential to ensure you're not overpaying for the home. The appraised home value may be lower than the asking price, which will give you some negotiating power regarding the purchase price. When purchasing a house, the buyer usually pays the appraisal fees. Number 8, do a final walkthrough. A final walkthrough is done a day or two before the closing date. This is to ensure that the new house is in the same condition as when you first saw it, and that all agreed upon repairs have been made. And number 9, close on your new home. Closing on your new house means that the sale is finalized. This is usually done with a lawyer or a notary present. Once the documents have been signed, you'll be the new owner of the house, and your home buying journey will come to an end. Despite higher mortgage rates, there are still plenty of reasons to buy a house. Just remember to do your research and take your time before making such a large purchase. Well, now you know all there is to know about buying a house in 2023. If you're on the fence about buying a home this year, just know that right now may be the best time to buy in the next 5 years. If you're concerned about the interest rates, simply refinance when they come down. And if you're ready to buy a home in Metro Detroit this year, give me a call. I'd love to help. And you can do that, of course, by dialing 248-206-4983. Or I guess you could also send a text message to get started as well. Oh yeah, and if you haven't done so already, you should totally like this video, comment down below, subscribe to my channel, and ring the bell so that YouTube knows to show you my future videos. And if you're a buyer who's also needing to sell their current home, you're probably going to want to check out this video right here. And for everyone else, this video right here is pretty cool as well. Anyways, that's all I've got for you guys today. I'll see y'all soon, friends. Bye!